At last year's Toy Fair, Mezco surprised and delighted us with the revelation that Moon Knight was coming to the company's 112 Collective, one of the best action figure lines on the block. Not long after, they surprised us with yet another Moonie, a black and white Crescent edition based on Declan Shalvey's Marvel Now design. I received the Crescent many moons ago, and have been eagerly awaiting the all-white version since. It finally arrived, and we're going to take a thorough look and compare the two, right here on the Toy Show. But first, this April will mark the 80th anniversary of the first appearance of Robin, the Boy Wonder, in Detective Comics number 38. Presumably in celebration of this momentous occasion, Sideshow Collectibles has revealed their Robin Premium Format figure, a stunning, versatile take on Batman's oldest ally. With two heads, a posable cape, a posable and removable hood, and the choice of katana or bow staff, you can make a convincing Damian Wayne or Tim Drake, and both looks are fantastic. Stick with one or periodically alternate them. The choice is yours, and you can't go wrong. Kotobukiya is known best in nerd circles for their Artifacts Plus line. Every now and again, though, they release a 6th scale Artifacts, no plus, like this awesome Joker or Venom. Even more rarely, they grace us with a somewhat more premium 6th scale fine art statue. It's the best they are at what they do, and what they do, well, it's pretty great. Enter this handsome, if slight, mutant. Mouth open in a yell, claws pop, rocking that awesome yellow suit, Wolverine looks just fantastic here. I just love the action pose, the detail on the costume, I love it all. No word yet on price, but we do know that Cyclops, Gambit, and Magneto are on the slate as well. Can't wait to see those when they're revealed. The all-white Moon Knight is here, and I couldn't be happier. A year after a tease buried in a booklet buried in a press bag, I finally have my Moonie. So how does this one compare to the Crescent edition I received a few months ago? The most obvious difference is the color. The Crescent edition has the black and white color scheme from the aforementioned Marvel Now design, and the all-white is essentially all white. No surprise there. Most of the figure is identically formed, so the molding of the figure, the molding of the interchangeable parts, even down to some of the little patches of different fabric on the base fabric of the suit. Most of this is identically formed, but just differently painted. There are some elements, though, that are molded differently and even some variation on the fabric patches. The Crescent edition has a molded chest piece, whereas the pecs on the white one are just patches on fabric, kind of like what's used on the abs and other features on the legs and side, etc., for both figures. So that's one major difference, and it is one that makes the Crescent look especially like the Marvel Now version, where there is that prominent white chest piece. There are some differences where the arms join the body as well, not just in color, but in the shape, and I think maybe even the amount of patches there you can see for yourself. The hands, all of the interchangeable hands are identical, just with different paint jobs. The hoods are identical. That's the fully unfurled hood, as well as the swept back hood that will sit around his neck. Mark's face is identically molded in each of the two figures. However, there are some slight paint variations between the two. You look at the bruise on Mark's left eye from the all-white edition, for example, and you can see that it's a little bit more noticeable. The color is a little bit more present there than it is on the Crescent edition. Whether or not this is just due to variation in paint finishing or whether it's a deliberate change with the all-white edition, I couldn't say, but it is a difference that I noticed. All of the accessories are also identically molded. They're the exact same thing, but they do have a different paint job. So those are the differences. How's the white one in general? How do I feel about it? I actually prefer it. The all-white costume is my preferred look for Moonie, and I love the silver accents on the weapons here. It's a great nod to the original silver costume that the character wore when he first appeared in Werewolf by Night. Am I glad I bought it? 100%, 110%, 2,000,000,000%, infinity percent. You get the point. They did such a great job on this one, and I love having both variations of the character in my collection. Now we just need Mezco's take on this guy, and we'll be all set. That's going to do it for this edition of The Toy Show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social at Comics Nowcast. And for the latest news, reviews, and more on comics, movies, merch, and anything related to comics, go to comics-now.com.